Yo, what is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 41 of my Tracksuit to the Top series here with Lewis FC in the Sky Bet League 1. Hopefully you guys are good. Today I've got for you guys the live com that I promised last episode against Sheffield United. A huge game for us here. Hopefully we can get something for it, but before that, or from it rather, not for it. Good grammar, Jack. We're going to get straight into the fixtures and have a look at what we've been doing since the last episode, which was against Peterborough. So anyway, looking at the results here, you can see 4 wins. I can't even count. I can't talk English and I can't count. Let's just look at the scores. The first one, 2-0 against Yeovil. Craig Mullen, the goalkeeper, scoring the penalty. I keep leaving this guy on penalties as kind of our 5th or 6th choice penalty taker, and under some very rare circumstances he actually gets a chance to take penalties. So he's now got 6 career goals, the goalkeeper, and he got the important goal there that set us on our way as we beat Yeovil 2-0. Next result was against Crewe, another really comprehensive win, this one. Comfortable. Good to see a variety of goal scorers. Jerome Sinclair getting on the score sheet. Unfortunately, he's out again with another injury, which is starting to get a little bit worrying because now that's his second long-ish term injury at the club. Rolando Aarons as well, grabbing a goal. He's had a great start to time at the club, a 7.58 average rating for him. And Alex Samuel, you know what to expect from him. Signed a new contract with the club recently, and he's played well again this year. So that's that. 2 more games to tell you guys about really quickly. The first one, a 4-3 extravaganza against Plymouth. Plymouth by far and away the better team in this game, but we took the chances that came our way. And in an incredible last 10 minutes, we went 3-2 up. They pulled it back to 3-3 in the 85th minute. And in the 88th minute, Alex Samuel, who else, turned up with a huge goal for us. Adam Armstrong getting the man of the match award in this game. The Newcastle strikers performed pretty well for us, you'd have to say. Came in on loan, obviously. He's got 7 goals and 6 assists so far in 13 games. Really stepped up to the mark, particularly with some of Sinclair's injuries. Anyway, the last result was against Oldham, and it was a 3-1 win. Really comfortable. Very, very good win. Comprehensive. Not a lot more to say about it, really. So anyway, you guys will notice it is January time, and it isn't necessarily a season of good cheer this Christmas time, because we failed financial fair play by £1,700 a week on the wages. So I've got to do something about that. So we're going to have to sell some players. In other news, a few of the players I signed, I applied for work permits for. These are the African players who came in. The only one who got one was this guy, Lukunku, who actually got granted a work permit, which is really good news for us because he's a fantastic player. You'll notice his wage immediately shot up to £7.25 million. His value shot up to £7.25 million, which is incredible for a player we got in on a free. And he's actually going to be starting today, his first game in English football. So a good opportunity perhaps for him to make a mark on our team in this huge game. In other news, Sanogo, who's probably a better player, didn't get a work permit. And because of the financial issues we're under, I am weighing up perhaps trying to sell this guy on. I don't know if anyone's interested. I guess we could offer him out to clubs, maybe. Let's just offer him out for 7 million. And then I'm going to change his transfer status back to not listed. Excellent. So we'll see if we get anything there. That might come back immediately after the game, who knows. Looking at other stuff, obviously the financial issue is the worry because we've got to do something about it. So we've got a few players potentially who we can sell on, and the under-21s, a few more African players joined us who we signed. Otodo's still the big prospect in this kind of group of players who haven't got work permits who we were looking to sell on. Might be able to offer him out as well. Let's just try for, I don't know, 2.5 million. I doubt anyone will come in, but who knows. But yeah, we did make a few other transfers during this transfer window. Players who weren't already planned to come in. The first one was this guy, Carly. I just signed him based off the fact he was a Canadian international with 8 goals in 15 games. He doesn't look incredible, but he got a work permit because he's part Italian, and we might be able to sell him on. We also brought in this guy, Ed. Unfortunately, he does not have a work permit, so he can't play for us. But he's played a lot for Canada, so a player we might be able to make some money off because he has joined us on a free. There are a few other transfers coming in eventually. The first one is this guy, Victor Garcia, who is a Honduras international right back. Just signed him on a punt. From his physicals, he looked pretty solid. You know, even if they're all down the low end, he'll still be a useful player who we can potentially sell on. So just a little bit of a risk, I guess, there. You know, we might make some money off him because he's coming on a free. And the other player was this guy, Petar Brajkovic, who is 17, playing in the Canadian first team. That's how I found out about him, even though he hasn't actually played for them yet. He's 17 and he's joining us on a free transfer. And because he is, I think, part Croatian? Yeah, Croatian. He gets a work permit, so that's a nice one. And he'll come in at the end of the year. You know, he might be good, might not be. Just a bit of a punt at the end of the day. So anyway, looking at where the league table sits right now, you'll notice that Sheffield United, who were coming into this game at the end of last episode, were right there at the top of the table, have really tailed off. Their form has certainly dipped, and we're going to look to capitalise on that. You can see they've only won one of their last 8 games in all competitions, and that was a FA Cup second round replay. So in the league, they're going for a bit of a dry spell, probably a good time to be playing them here, so hopefully we can get a result. Elsewhere, Peterborough are now equal on points with us. They also have drawn a few games recently. You can see they drew against MK Dons, they drew against Plymouth. So they are on the same amount of points as us, and we go ahead of them on goal difference, which is really good news, obviously. And MK Dons, who of course we lost to 6-3 a few episodes ago, have again themselves not performed too great recently. A draw against Peterborough, obviously we already talked about that result. They drew against Bradford, they lost 4-0 against Watford, who of course we've spanked twice so far this year. And it sees us go top of the league, and we're actually now 15 points in the playoffs at the halfway stage, which is really, really pleasing. Obviously, today's game has a lot riding on it. Looking at player stats, not too much new going on here. Jerome Sinclair is, of course, injured, still the top goal scorer in the league. Alex Samuel on the assist charts, I guess that's something to note. He's not been performing too great in training recently, but I'm hoping he's going to be able to put that behind him. So anyway, let's get into this game. We are, as I mentioned, playing Sheffield United. Lukunku is going to be making his debut. Now he's got a work permit. He's valued at £7.25 million, which is absolutely ludicrous, but I guess that's the difference that a work permit makes on some of these younger players and their values. So we're going to be playing against Sheffield United, who actually have some very good players. They've got Troy Deeney leading the line. They've got Alexander Teti. You know, they're some pretty good players at the start of the game. I'm surprised that they're in this division still, but you know, we've got a task to do here. We've got to try and beat them if we can. Be a really good result, this one. Obviously, last episode we got a fantastic result against Peterborough in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, which helped us pull away. So that was particularly pleasing. However, this game is going to be a challenge, and it's going to be a test for us of how well we can play, and you know, just whereabouts we should be expecting to finish. If we win this, we're going to be top of the league still, unless Peterborough absolutely spank a team. And I'd be really optimistic that we can just, you know, pull away and hopefully, you know, secure an automatic promotion spot, which we're already 5 points in. If we lose this, obviously we lose breathing room to both, obviously, Sheffield United and MK Dons. The goal's offside, I'm not celebrating. And it might make things a little bit more interesting. But we'll have to see. I mean, the team that we've got is performing really well. Obviously, the financial fair play is an issue, but we're only £1,700 over the wage budget a week. There's players I can look to sell on, and players that I am looking to sell on. Players like Hesketh and Barnes, players who were here, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, who just haven't played this year, but are on, you know, £600, £700 a week. I've realistically got to sell on to help with the financial fair play. Obviously, if we could sell a few players, that would also help the financial fair play, which is why I've offered out a few players, as you saw in this episode, but we had also offered out 1 or 2, like I mentioned, Barnes and Hesketh, before I even started recording. But anyway, we'll see what we can do here. Really looking for Lukunku, the centre mid. I think we should highlight him if we can. Number 12, looking for him to make an impact for us today. See how he gets on. Obviously, a player who came into the side on a free, but now he has a work permit, the Congan International Democratic Republic of Congo. I should differentiate the two Congos. I'm looking for him to really have a positive influence in the team. He's got great legs on him. He's a very good physical player. Got some good attacking attributes as well. Particularly his finishing is very, very good. And we're going to look for him to perhaps use that a little bit as the roaming playmaker getting forward. Looking at the assistant report, apparently we've not kept good control of possession. And we've also not defended the set pieces very well, because Sheffield United go 1-0 up through a near post corner. And you'd have to say, pretty disappointing by our team. We've just not started great, have we? We have just not started great at all. Yeah, I mean, looking at it, we've had the one clear-cut chance, but they've taken a set piece, and that has been an issue for us. We're not the tallest team in the league by any means. In fact, we're quite a small team in the league, and that can cost us. Although Samuel with a chance, oh, what a finish! What a finish straight on the break. Thank you very much. We hit back immediately. That's his 25th league goal of the season. And we're only just entering January. He hits it, bang, underside the crossbar and in. Pick that out. Take a bow. What a goal that was. What a goal that was. Unfortunately, not a lot happening here, although they've got another set piece. Not again. Not again. They've missed it this time. We have been let off. We have been let off the hook. We have not performed well at defending set pieces, especially recently. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I want you to be fired up. I want you guys to be mad. We're 1-1 against a team behind us in the league. Obviously, they're a very good team and they have some incredible players. But we have some very good players and we need to win this kind of game to kind of reaffirm, I guess, our title credentials. Show that we are the team to catch. Obviously, beating Peterborough 3-0 in the Johnson's Paint Trophy went away to kind of proving that because they were one of the top teams in the division. And with teams like Sheffield United not being in the best form, you know, with other teams not being in the best form, we've got to look to capitalise. And right now, we're not performing too great. I'm going to make some changes. Lukunku's not had a debut to remember, so we're going to take him off. Armstrong as well has not played great, so I think we're going to bring on Marcus Barnes, a player who, as I mentioned, I might be looking to sell to help with the financial fair play issue. But if we're going to give him one fond farewell, if he is going to go, then I want this to be the game that he perhaps makes a difference in. So yeah, we'll see how we get on here. Looking at it, 20 minutes left. A draw wouldn't be a bad result because Sheffield United are a very good team, but it would pretty much guarantee that Peterborough leapfrog us because the chances are they're going to win because they're a very good team. But, you know, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad result because Sheffield United are a very strong team. And if we can keep doing what we're doing, which is beating a lot of the lower league teams comprehensively and not slipping up, you know, we're always going to look good. But right now, 1-1, 8 minutes left. We've got a long throw here. Judgen, can he whip in a second ball of quality after the throw fall short? He can. Samuel scores. It's a bundling in the box. His second of the game. It moves us back to top. And it all came from a long throw that wasn't initially dealt with. Ball was able to come back in, and then there's just a big kerfuffle in the box. Samuel breaks, and the ball falls to his feet at 6 yards out after an initial effort was blocked by the keeper. And he makes it count, although there is still time, and there is another highlight here. Can we defend? That is now the golden question. Can we defend Nietzsche, or Nitcham even, to get the tackle in? But it comes back at us, and the ball's whipped in. We head it away. Can we break now? We've got players on the break. Marcus Barnes. Samuel's there for the hat-trick. For the hat-trick, he misses it. And the rebound is going to be scrambled away somehow. Really unfortunate there, and that may be all she wrote for the game. If there's going to be anything happen, it's going to be incredibly late here. And time is ticking away. That is a win, a fantastic win. Well done, boys. What a result that is. I am very happy with how you've just played. You have proven that we are a good team. MK Dons drew as well, so that makes us 7 points in the automatic promotion spots. What a position to be in after 24 games. What a position to be in. What's happening here? Did we get any bids in the end? Did we get any bids? Sinogo would like to know why I'm trying to force him out. Oh god, well that's awkward. Let's just have this chat. Okay, I'm not selling him. I've changed my mind. I've lied. He really needs to get a work permit, Sinogo. I've never seen that dialogue before. That's kind of a rare one to see. Clearly he's enjoying his time at the club, even if he's just not playing. But yeah, we're doing okay. If he could get a work permit, that'd be great. Unfortunately, I can't apply for one for another 120 days, which is really, really disappointing. But anyway, that's going to wrap things up for today. That was a bit of an odd ending. So I am going to have to look to sell some players. I'm not sure where we're going to be selling players from. But all in all, things went pretty well there. I think the next episode, I mentioned doing the Johnson's Paint Trophy first and second leg. I think I might just do the second leg against Stevenage. Just because Stevenage aren't the best team in our division. Really, we should be beating them. And we've done a lot of episodes very frequently lately. So I think I'm going to join you guys for that second leg of the Stevenage game. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button. I do appreciate it, guys. And other than that, it is me, Jack. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.